Soon to be just his, then someone else's, reality finally sank in. I'd lost not just my husband or my home but the careful fiction I'd constructed about who I was in this relationship. 6 months later, I'm living in a studio apartment across town that costs almost as much as our 2-bedroom did. I had to take a second job just to make rent. When I see our old friends, they're polite but distant. They know too much now. I ran into Trevor last week at the grocery store. It was the first time I'd seen him since the divorce was finalized. He wasn't alone. There was a woman with him, pretty in an understated way, laughing at something he said. He looked happy, genuinely happy in a way I don't think I ever saw when he was with me. When he noticed me, he didn't scowl or try to escape. He just nodded politely and steered his cart down a different aisle. The woman glanced at me curiously, then followed him. I stood frozen, a box of pasta in my hand, watching them go. Something twisted in my chest, not jealousy exactly, but the sudden stark realization that he had moved on completely while I was still stuck. That night, scrolling through dating apps in my tiny apartment, I matched with a guy named Chris. Good job, nice smile, seemed stable. During our first date, he mentioned his recent promotion at new condo. I heard myself asking all the right questions, laughing at his jokes, building up his ego. I caught my reflection in the restaurant window and saw the calculation in my eyes. So Chris said, pouring me another glass of wine, tell me about your last relationship. Why did it end? I considered my answer carefully. The truth, that I'd treated someone who loved me like a convenience, like a backup plan until he finally saw through me, that I'd been selfish and cruel and was now paying the price, it just didn't work out, I said with a practiced sad smile. He changed toward the end, became someone I didn't recognize. Chris nodded sympathetically and reached for my hand. His loss, he said. I smiled back, already wondering how long his condo lease was, if his health insurance was good, whether he'd be easier to manage than Trevor had been. Some people would say I haven't learned anything, that I'm repeating the same patterns, seeking security rather than connection. They might be right, but here's the thing, I can't afford to make the same mistake twice. Not the mistake of settling for someone I don't love, but the mistake of letting them figure that out. The next time someone asks me why I'm with them, I'll have a better answer ready than because I had no better option. I'll tell them what they want to hear, and I'll make sure there are no recordings.